You are welcome to Explains 102, where financial tips are made simple. Have you ever received your salary and wondered where all the money went before the month ended? Have you ever checked your bank account and asked yourself, why doesn't my balance ever seem to grow? Do you sometimes feel that no matter how hard you work or how much you earn, your account always returns to the same figure or even less? What if the real problem isn't how much you earn, but what happens after the money enters your account? Today's story may answer that question. There was a young lady named Sarah who had a stable job and earned a decent monthly salary. Every payday was exciting. The moment her salary was credited, she felt relieved. She believed that this month would finally be different. On the first day after getting paid, she settled a few bills and rewarded herself with a nice meal. She bought a few things she had wanted for weeks and ordered a couple of items online because they were on special discount. She told herself she deserved it after working so hard. During the first week, everything seemed to be under control. Whenever friends invited her out, she agreed. Whenever she saw something attractive, she convinced herself it wasn't too expensive. After all, her account balance still looked healthy. As the second week arrived, Sarah noticed that the amount in her account had reduced much faster than she expected. She wasn't worried. She assumed it was normal. There are still 2 weeks left, she thought. I'll be fine. But the third week told a different story. She began opening her banking app several times a day. Every time she checked, the balance seemed smaller. She started wondering how she had spent so much money in such a short time. She couldn't point to one expensive purchase. It was simply as though her money had disappeared. By the final week of the month, Sarah was counting the days until the next payday. She canceled plans with friends because she didn't have enough money. She postponed buying things she actually needed. She even started hoping that no unexpected expense would come her way before her next salary arrived. When payday finally came again, the cycle repeated itself. Excitement, spending, a shrinking bank balance. Then another month of asking the same question. Why doesn't my bank account ever grow? One Saturday afternoon, Sarah visited her uncle, a retired accountant who had spent decades helping people manage their finances. After listening carefully to her frustration, he smiled and asked her one simple question. Sarah, have you ever taken time to study your bank account instead of just checking the balance? She looked surprised. I check my balance almost every day, she replied. Her uncle shook his head gently. I'm not talking about checking the balance. I'm talking about understanding the story your bank account is trying to tell you. Sarah had never thought about it that way. Could a bank account really tell a story? Could it reveal the hidden habits that were preventing her from making financial progress? And could the real reason her bank account never grew have nothing to do with her salary at all? Let's find out.
Sarah's uncle opened her bank statement and placed it on the table. Sarah, he said, your bank account isn't shrinking because your salary is too small. It is shrinking because your money has no direction. Sarah looked surprised. She had always believed that earning more money would solve her financial problems. But her uncle explained that many people receive salary increases and still remain financially stressed because they never change the way they manage money. The first reason your bank account never grows, he said, is that you spend before you think. The moment many people get paid, they begin making purchases without asking themselves whether those purchases are necessary. They tell themselves, I'll save whatever is left. Unfortunately, by the end of the month, very little is left to save. He pointed to Sarah's statement. Look at these transactions. None of them is particularly expensive, but together they have consumed a large portion of your income. Sarah noticed several food deliveries, online shopping payments, subscription renewals, and small transfers she had completely forgotten about. Her uncle smiled. Small expenses are like tiny holes in a bucket. One hole may not seem like much, but many small holes will eventually empty the bucket. He then continued. The second reason is lifestyle inflation. Sarah frowned. What does that mean? It means that every time your income increases, your lifestyle increases with it. Instead of allowing your bank balance to grow, you immediately find new ways to spend the extra money. A better phone, more expensive clothes, more frequent outings, or luxury items that you previously lived without. He paused before adding, "If your spending grows as fast as your income, your bank account will remain exactly where it is." The third reason, he explained, was emotional spending. Not every purchase is made because of need. Many are made because of feelings. Some people spend when they are happy. Others spend when they are stressed. Some spend because they are bored. Others spend simply because everyone around them is buying the same things. When emotions control spending, financial progress becomes difficult. Finally, her uncle asked Sarah another question. "What financial goal are you working toward?" Sarah was silent. She had goals for her career, goals for her health, goals for her family, but she had never set a clear financial goal. Her uncle nodded. "That is another reason your bank account never grows. Money needs a destination. If you don't tell it where to go, it will quietly disappear into things that don't really matter." Sarah finally understood. Her bank account had never been the problem. It was simply reflecting the financial habits she had repeated month after month. Her uncle smiled and said, "Remember this, Sarah, your bank account doesn't lie. It records every financial decision you make. If you want to change the balance in your account, you must first change the habits that create that balance."
Practical lessons. Sarah's story reminds us that a growing bank account is not built by chance. It is built through intentional financial decisions. If you truly want your bank balance to increase over time, there are a few principles you should begin applying today. The first lesson is to give every amount of money a purpose before you spend it. The moment your income arrives, decide where or dollar should go. Money without direction is easily consumed by unnecessary expenses. The second lesson is to treat your bank account as a tool, not a storage place. Don't measure your financial success by how much enters your account each month. Measure it by how wisely you use that money. A large income with poor financial habits will still produce an empty account. Another important lesson is to identify your financial leaks. Every person has them. For some, it is frequent online shopping. For others, it is eating out too often, subscriptions they no longer use, or buying things simply because they are on sale. Identify the habits that quietly drain your finances and deal with them one by one. You should also learn to celebrate financial progress instead of unnecessary spending. Many people reward themselves by spending more money. Instead, celebrate by reaching financial milestones. Celebrate your first month of consistent saving. Celebrate paying off a debt. Celebrate reaching an investment goal. Those achievements have a lasting impact on your future. Another way forward is to conduct a personal financial review every month. At the end of each month, ask yourself, what did I do well financially? What mistakes did I make? What expense could I have avoided? What can I improve next month? These simple questions will help you grow financially because improvement begins with honest evaluation. Finally, understand that building wealth is a journey, not an event. Your bank account may not change overnight, but if you continue making wise decisions month after month, the results will eventually become visible. Financial success belongs to those who remain patient and consistent. As we conclude, remember this powerful truth. Your bank account will never grow beyond your financial habits. If you improve your habits, your financial future will improve as well. Don't wait for a bigger salary before changing your life. Start by managing today's income with wisdom, and tomorrow's opportunities will become much greater. If you found this lesson valuable, subscribe to Explains 102, where financial tips are made simple. Together, we'll continue learning practical strategies to manage money wisely, avoid financial mistakes, and build lasting wealth one smart decision at a time.